Hey! Hey. What are you doing?
What do you want posted at me?
Whoa, what's with the name calling?
Because you're being a dick!
That's all good, bro. I'm just trying to give you a good segue, that's all.
Segue? To what?
To the video, dumbass!
What video?
What video? Didn't you read the title that you yourself typed in when you uploaded it? Guy, you killing me. Top 5 fire-type Pokemon, dumbass.
Oh boy, you're right, thanks!
No problem. So if you love Pokemon, which I know you do because you're watching this, unless you're just here to be a dick, then you have your favorites. I know I have mine, and that's why I'm here. Top 5 favorite fire-type Pokemon. Now listen, I am going to preface this list with this notion. These are my personal top 5 favorite fire-type Pokemon, okay? It's largely not based on stats, just my personal top 5 favorite fire-type Pokemon. So before all you butthurt, butthole assholes, get, in the comment section going crazy with, this is better than this, this is, you're wrong, you're wrong. This is my preferences, okay? There's a story behind each. So chill with your panties up your asses and stuff. I'm getting weird. Charizard. That's right. Charizard. When I was a child, that's when I was introduced to Charmander, then Charmeleon, then eventually Charizard. I got Red. Red was my first ever Pokemon game, and I got it fresh off the shelves. That's right. I've been gaming in the Pokemon world since day fucking one. And yes, Charizard isn't quite all he's hyped up to be. He looks like a badass, but technically, he's not even a dragon, even though he looks like one, and his stats are just kinda but as a kid, I didn't really read into that kind of shit. Charizard looked like a fucking badass to me, and that's all that mattered. Charmander was my very first Pokemon ever. Ever. Now, Charizard, he's not a bad Pokemon, but he's not exceptional either. He's kind of a dragon wannabe, or at least that's how I have other people put it. But listen, he's awesome. He is. He's decent in battle, lackluster compared to legendaries and other dragons, but hey, you can't be hating too hard on Charizard. I know I can't, that's why he's number 5. Yeah, I had to give the props to my very first Pokemon ever. Before I move on to number 4, I'd like to reminisce a little bit. There's a story behind Charizard and Pokemon Red version. Being the very first Pokemon game I ever had, fresh off the shelves, I had to lie to my grandmother to get Red. See, when I was a kid, I had a very bad habit of biting my fingernails. I still do from time to time, but I've mostly kicked it. Damn anxiety. And my grandmother hated that habit. She said it was a very bad habit and she really wanted me to stop, so she struck a deal with me. It's like, Aaron, if you stop biting your fingernails, I will buy you Pokemon Red. So that got the wheels turning. As a child, I didn't have a job, so I didn't have money to go buy it myself. So I'm like, I'm gonna tell my grandmother to stop biting my nails. I didn't. Anyways, I didn't stop biting my nails, told my grandmother I did, and then she bought me Red. And that's what started it all. Pyroar! That's right. Specifically the one with the mane. Now, yes, Pyroar is in our current generation, the 6th generation of Pokemon. The newest. It took me a while to warm up to the Kalos region Pokemon. I'm gonna be honest. It takes me a little while to warm up to every new generation, and this is no exception. Now, this newest roster of Pokemon we have is the shortest so far. It's the shortest roster, the shortest generation, the shortest list of Pokemon we've ever been introduced to. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot I like or that really stand out to me. in this newest generation. But as it warmed up, I played X and Y, you know, and fiddled around with new Pokemon, different teams, different rosters. A few started emerging, and I do have my favorites, and Pyroar is one of them. And one of my favorite fire types of all time. Like number 4. It's a list. Yes, the design of Pyroar is fairly simple. Maybe you could even say uninspired, as there are a lot of fire types that are somewhat similar. But I fucking love lions, okay? And I love fire, so a fire lion can't be hating, bruh. As its capacity to battle efficiently, it's decent. Defense isn't so great, but as long as it's paired up to, you know, grass type and, you know, other weak types, then you're good. No, its battling's not all that great, but like I said, this isn't all about stats for me. This is all about personal preferences. There's not a whole lot more I can say about Pyroar, as I don't really have a nostalgic story behind Pyroar as it's a new Pokemon. But I can say I love the new games, I love X and Y, I love Pyroar, and that's why he's number 4. Typhlosion. You know, I don't exactly know what Typhlosion is, even though I could very easily look it up, and I probably will as soon as I'm done with this. But why fucking bother now? I'll just do it later. I do know one thing. Typhlosion's a motherfucking beast. And for as old as Typhlosion is, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't until kind of recently that I kind of warmed up to Typhlosion. Now I fucking love Typhlosion. But when I got Gold and Silver, Generation 2, when I got those games fresh off the shelves, I was pumped. I even had these little coupons that Walmart was putting out. I had that shit saved, and I had a bag of quarters. I was fucking ready. When I got to Walmart, tossed my bag of quarters up on the counter, flipped on my coupon, and then she sold me the game. But for as many times as I've played and replayed Silver and Gold, every single time I've chosen Totodile. I'm just a fucking sucker for Totodile, man. And Feraligatr, another fucking beast, but that's a different video. Decent battler, decent stats. That does factor somewhat into my decision, of course, but, you know, when it comes down to it, it just warms my heart. Fire type joke. That was lame. You know, this is another one that doesn't have a huge or nostalgic story behind it. I just fucking love Infernape. Fucking bad. It just looks like a fucking badass. Just look at it. Look. Right now. Pause this and go look. Did you look? Yeah? We don't have many Pokemon designed like that. Fucking Fire Monkey. I think there's one other Fire Monkey. The one thing you evolve with the thing and the stone thing. I forget the name. Then there's one other Fire Monkey, but there's not many designs. There's so many designs in the, you know, in the game that look similar, but nothing really like Infernape. So there you go. Those are my reasons. Yes, let that soak in a second. First off, you know, I want to say, calm your fucking tits before you accuse me of being a Gen 1er. Holster those boobs, please. Yes, I favor Gen 1, okay? It's just, I don't give a fuck, I do, but I am trying to be fair. Look through this list. There's a pretty good variety there, so calm down. And can you really deny that Arcanine is a fucking badass? Really, can you deny it? You can try, but you'd only be lying to yourself. It's good in battle. It looks fucking awesome. Yes, there's a lot of, in the entirety of the roster, there are things that have come along that are similar, but it was Gen 1, okay? It was the first one that looked similar, or whatever. So don't hate on me for making Gen 1 number 1. Yes, a lot of this list included Arcanine. There's a lot of roots in nostalgia, but that's okay. There's plenty of other fire types of every generation that I enjoy. these are just my top 5, or at the moment. There may be other top 5s later. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know what you think. I really would. I'd like you to share your opinions with each other and me. Share maybe your lists, your disagreements or agreeances. Those can be used that way, right? Whatever have you. Listen, I felt like I was pretty diverse in this list. I did take all generations into account. The things that stood out to me. That was this list. I just love Pokemon, and I know you all do too. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, like, chat it out in the comment sections. Stay tuned. There's plenty more shit to come. And ending videos is so hard. Cut. But for as many times as I've played and replayed Silver